So welcome back. So I can't sleep, so I'm just gonna hack something. And so I decided to do the last room in the vulnerabilities challenge. And I'm happy that I did, because this was a pain. Yeah, it was a pain. So let's go ahead and go through it. So this is still up and running, right? Let's go ahead and hop into this guy, and we'll start to look at him and everything and see what we can do with him. One of the big things it says, like right here, is the attached word list might help. So I did download that word list already. And it says also remember that not all web servers have a PHP backend. Alright, cool. Thank you very much. So let's go ahead and look at this guy right here, right? Joule upload vols.thm. Alright, we get to this Joule like right here. And this is right where I decide, okay, let's go ahead and do a go buster on him, right? Go buster. We'll get rid of that. Boom. We'll get rid of this. We'll do a go buster on him and see what we can find in here. Now, I did find in assets a whole bunch of different so I did find a whole bunch of different things in assets, and also some JavaScript stuff in there. So you will see assets pop up here. I did find different things. I don't know why it's not popping up yet. Should have already popped up actually. Oh, probably because I'm using the upload vols guy. We go ahead and do big.txt. I'm using what you downloaded if you download that task file. And from here, what happened was I really kind of got stuck. So I figured out where to upload stuff at. I figured out what I could upload. I figured out how to do all that stuff, but I couldn't figure out what was happening on the back end, on the client side, server side. I couldn't figure out what was happening, right? So I did find the /content, and that was where it seemed like all my stuff was going, was in that /content, right? I also saw /admin. If I go to /admin, I can actually put in commands into /admin. Well, I can look up because it says, hey, go for the modules directory. So I did a little, first I started to look for my things I was uploading, and then I did a period / and found what I uploaded. Now, see, because it's definitely going into the modules, see, like right there. Now, right where I had a big problem was actually figuring out what to upload. Right, so if I come back over to my upload screen here, select file and upload, I decided to go ahead and look at, okay, what are we using here? So I have Wappleizer running, right? And I see JavaScript, and we're also programming languages is Node.js, so it's not PHP. So that's like when I realized, okay, I need to obviously use some type of Node reverse shell, right? When I click on select and upload, we can see that it's a JPEG image that I need to upload. Alright, now one big problem with this is you cannot use the magic bytes with the JPEG image. So if I actually do a file for that node.jpg, it's just a regular ASCII text file. But how are we going to see if the magic bytes are being used? So I fired up Burp Suite, and I figured out that everything was going through. So if I do Control F5, I'll show you here. I went ahead and I intercepted the request, right? Alright, went ahead and intercepted the request, okay? And then what I did from here was I went to options. I went over to add this file extension, and I made sure that the condition of it did have in here a pipe, right? So I had pipe, then it said $JS $sign pipe, okay? And that was saying, hey, anything that's JavaScript, go ahead and bypass. Don't go ahead and don't use. So I got rid of that because we're running on Node.js. There's one reason why I got rid of it. And then I also got rid of it just because everything seemed to point toward JavaScript. So once I got rid of that, and I did a Control F5 over here, I intercepted obviously this, and I forwarded it, and I started getting the jQuery stuff, the JavaScript stuff, right? I was like, okay, cool, there's the assets, JS backgrounds, right? And then I got to this upload. Now when I got to this upload.js, I was like, wait a second, let's go ahead and intercept the response to this request. Let's go ahead and take a look at this guy right here, because what is he using to upload? What type of client-side protocols are they putting in there? And then I found this. And it says check magic number, check file size, and check file extension. Now we can delete all of these. Now the file extension for some reason still needs to be JPG or JPEG. Like a PHP won't work, a .js well, Node.js might, but you know, different things still wouldn't work. So I just went ahead and delete all that. Alright, and then we're just going to forward it. Once we forward it, go ahead and head back over to your site over here, select an upload, and then grab a node reverse shell. Alright, so that's what I did, and as you see, it's 10.13.26.24, connected to port 4444, right? I'm going to NC TAC LVMP 4444. Okay. So I did a node.jpg, JPG there, and we just keep forward, and as you can see, there's node.jpg. We do not need to change the name in here to anything. Doesn't need to be a JS or anything like that. If you're wondering where the heck do you get that from, I'll show you in a second. A node one. We'll forward, and there we go. Okay, and the file was successfully uploaded. Now I knew that we needed JPEG because by very first click out we get JPEG image, so I didn't even have to even look at that uploads to even figure out that hey, we need a JPEG file, because it's pretty much telling me that I need a JPEG image, right? The site's telling me that, so that was kind of easy to figure out, like right there. How do we get that Node.js file, right? Let's look up Node.js reverse shell. They do have Pentest Monkey has some, and that's the one that I used was Pentest Monkey. Payload all things, and if we look up Node.js, here's the one that I use, like right here. Alright, and I just copied and pasted that, changed out the port, put in my IP address, and now that we have that, now we can go ahead and head back over to admin. Right, and we saw that there was a slash modules, right, on our Go Buster up here. We saw slash modules, so we know that if we go back one directory, we're going to be in var www.html most likely, and then we can go forward into content. So let's do that, because we know we're uploading it into content, but we still know what the hell it's called, right? So let's go ahead and grab this content, right, and we'll do a Go Buster dir/content. And now this is like right where the file that you downloaded earlier comes into play. Okay, so if we look at that file, let's go ahead and look at that file like real quick. Clear. We'll do a cat, and that was upload volves wordless.txt. If we look at this, we can see it's just a bunch of three letter things there, right? So if we do thm tag content, and then we do our upload volumes tag x, we're looking for JPEG or JPG files, right? That's what we upload, right? And now hopefully we find some different files that make sense in there. Let's try up these threads like a little bit. So 150 maybe. Okay, so we get an agt.jpg. That size is 383. Let's go ahead and do an ls-tag-la here, and yours will be different. Alright. And if we look at that node, our size is 383. So I'm pretty sure that it changed our name to this. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab that guy, and we'll try to run him. We'll do a /content, paste that into there, and I did notice last time it took quite a minute. It took a little bit for me to get connection back. This time it did not. If I do an ID, I'm already root, cd into var www, ls-tag-la, and grab your final flag.txt there. And that's actually how I did that one, like right there. So I thought that was a pretty cool one. And that end part was pretty tough. I felt like that was actually pretty hard, that end part. So that was a good box. I did like that one, like right there.